Hey y'all, happy Tuesday. I hope everybody is having a wonderful Tuesday. My Tuesday is pretty good. Tonight we are going to be looking a little more closely at the WeCreat. Let me turn down this TV, make sure it's down. We're going to be looking at the WeCreat 10-watt Vista laser, and this is their newest one. Now, I don't think it's any different from the other ones that they've introduced before. However, what is different is that it's pink. And I strongly believe that pink makes everything better. So that is what we are going to be doing tonight. And we're going to look at it closely. We're going to change out some of the laser heads. We're going to talk a little bit about the materials that it can cut, some of the materials that it cannot cut. That's pretty much what we're going to be doing tonight. We're not going to be making any intricate designs or any intricate projects. I do plan on us making a wooden post-it note with a little bit of acrylic on it so that you can see both wood and acrylic being cut with it. I plan on engraving onto a tumbler tonight. So we do have that. And this is going to be my first time using the 10-watt to engrave onto a tumbler. So this is something that we're going to be doing together for the very first time. Now I've engraved with my CO2. I've engraved also with the Vision, the 20-watt Vision, but I haven't engraved anything on this. And we're also going to be cutting some HTV with it. Okay, so we're going to be cutting HTV. I do have videos coming out soon showing the full unboxing process and also testing out some of their HTV. This I actually did for a video, and y'all, I cut it out and didn't mirror it. So, and I literally said in the video while I'm putting the material down, like, hey, you treat this the same way you would treat any other HTV. You got to make sure that you mirror it, blah, 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 blah. And I still didn't do it. So, but it cut out this HTV fine, but we'll talk more about it cutting out HTV because you cannot put any HTV into your lasers. Okay, no matter what brand laser you have, no matter what type, you don't want to do that. So some brands have come out with their own laser safe HTV, and so WeCreat does have a laser safe HTV. They even have glitter. So I think tonight we're going to try some of the glitter HTV as well. Okay, I'm super excited about showing you guys this. I've had it for a while, as y'all have seen in the background, but today is launch day. So I do want to let you know, with the unboxing video that's going to be coming out soon, there is going to be a giveaway attached to that video. So you do want to make sure you watch the entire video because I am going to make the announcement in the video for the giveaway. And the giveaway is going to be for one of these 10-watt WeCreat Vista lasers. Okay. So you want to look out for that. In addition, if you decide to get one of these lasers, I do have a link listed below. And also, I have a coupon code for about $50 off. But you also get, like, for the first 500 purchasers, I think you get like a free vinyl pack or something like that, something of that nature. So I don't want to be on here for too long. I'm going to share my screen. We're just doing some basic projects, and we're going to talk about the lasers. I want you guys to see how I'm going to be taking out the laser heads because it can be very intimidating to take out the laser heads. That's one of the reasons why I like the lasers that have everything there. But for the most part, if you have a rotary attachment, you do have to attach the rotary attachment to most laser brands. But I don't really like having to take out the laser heads. And with this one, you do. You do. But I found it to be very, very simple. And I was very surprised that my anxiety didn't start flaring up when it was time to take out. Like, it did start at first, but as I started taking it, it may be 3 or 4 steps. Okay. You do have to make sure you're watching how you handle the the laser head because you don't want to touch underneath. I'm always very cautious with it. So for those of you who don't know, I started out with a CO2 laser. Like my first laser out the gate was a CO2 laser, and that was about 4 years ago that I got my very first laser. And it was a CO2 laser. Still have it. It's still working for me. I still love my CO2 lasers. I prefer CO2 lasers. However, CO2 lasers are very expensive. They're very pricey. And so my second laser was another CO2 laser. And then my third laser that I got was another 10-watt laser, and that might have been about 3 years ago. I got my first 10-watt laser. And so if I were starting out with wanting to cut all the things and wanting to do this type of stuff, I'd probably go with the CO2 laser. I'm not even going to sit here and say anything different. I would. However, if I was on a budget, if I wanted to do some of the things, if I didn't need to do all of the things, and if I needed a laser that was small enough to fit into my space, like if it's not super large, it's not clunky or anything like that, I would possibly go with the diode laser. This particular laser is a 10-watt. WeCreat has like a 20-watt, a 40-watt. I think those are the only 2 watts that they have. I have used other brands of diode lasers. I can say that this is pretty comparable to those brands, right? And then they also have the 40-watt, the 40 and 20-watt vision, where it kind of like expands, it goes up. I have it somewhere over there. But, you know, it lifts up for you, it auto adjusts, it does all these different cool things. And they're like the first people that I saw that have that. And so I thought that was really cool because I don't like putting the risers on to lift the machine up and do all that stuff. I don't like that. So I thought that that was pretty cool with them coming out with that. Yeah, I'm trying to think if there's anything else that I wanted to say. But if you're just starting out, it's diode laser. You can certainly do quite a few things with diode lasers. I think that diode lasers, they cut slower. The difference that I've noticed with my diode and CO2s, diode lasers cut slower while CO2 lasers cut faster, but diode lasers engrave quicker and CO2 lasers engrave slower. That's kind of what I think. Marilyn, if you are here, chime in and let me know what you think, because I know you have both diode and CO2 lasers. Let me say hey to a few of y'all, and then we're going to get ready, and we're going to go and look closer at this pink beauty. I think they need to make more pink machines, like totally need to make more pink machines. Like who don't love a pink machine? Like who won't? Hey, Miss Rosalind McElveen, welcome. Girl, I knew you were gonna be here, y'all. I was like, Shay Shay's gonna be the only one here. So Shay Shay, hey girl, I'm gonna take you guys closer so you guys can see it. I'm a lot closer. We're gonna get really, really close to it. So don't worry. I want you guys to see it. Hey, Mirror Bear. Hey, girl. Hey, Jennifer. It's yeah, it's gonna work great. Jennifer, that would be cool. That would be cool because I know a lot of purple lovers. A lot of purple lovers. Hey, Patricia. Hey, Renee. Hey, Victoria's Creations. Hey, Miss Gail. Today they get to show off the pink Vista. It's very pretty. Hey, Marta. Hey, Miss Leslie Cash Tibbs. Miss Ethel Smith Ames. Hopefully you guys don't hear the echo that I hear. If I hear it, I know y'all probably do hear it. I'm sorry. I just don't have time to go figure it out. Hey, Nomi. Hey, D. Smith. Hey, Creative Kim. I'm trying to think if there's anything else that I needed to tell you guys. Hey, Teresa Chapman. But definitely the video that I'm going to put out, the unboxing video of the actual laser. Stay tuned. Like, watch the video. I will have the giveaway instructions in there. Okay. Hey, Teresa. Hey, Beverly Smith. Hey, Monique Johnson. Hey, Miss Carol Coleman. Hey, Robin S. and Retired Crafter. Hey, y'all. Hey, Miss Sandra. Miss Sandra, that wasn't a new 2020 on Friday, was there? Because I didn't see it. I was looking for it and I didn't see it. Hey, Lolita. Hey, Miss Sharon Davenport. And Danielle Selena Cornelius. Welcome. Hey, Kevin. All All right, y'all, I'm scrolling down. Let me see. I'm just scrolling. I'm briefing. I'm like, hey, Tanya. Hey, Dempsey Boo. I'm scrolling. I'm scrolling. I'm scrolling. Hey, Miss Cheryl Green. It's so pink. All right, I'm gonna add little Miss Pinky on so you guys can see little Miss Pinky. That's her name. Hey, Miss Cheryl H. Miss Cheryl H, I saw your beautiful grandbaby. So beautiful. Thank you for sharing that picture with us. All right, I'm going. Wait, I'm trying to see if Marilyn said if she noticed, like if that's something that she's noticed too, that difference. There's like a delay from when I actually showed the screen. Hey, Miss Mary Brown. Did Marilyn say something? Hey, Rachel. Hey, Angel Boo. Hey, friends. All right, let's see. Marilyn, it's so many comments already. Hey, Jesse. Hey, Stacy A. Beer. All right, I'm scrolling. I can't see. Okay. So Marilyn says, Marilyn says that this is a professional laser person right here, Marilyn. She says that she likes the engraving of the diode laser better than the COT, but the CO2 cuts faster and better. Okay. That's what, because like just working with them both, I'm gonna tell you, I'm gonna be 100% honest with you guys. My go-to laser is always my CO2 lasers. It's always my CO2 lasers, and I know a lot of people give me a lot of slack, but my go-to CO2 laser is Bell. And because I'm talking mostly about one laser, I'm not gonna mention the creators of Bell, but that's my go-to. But as I used this one, I started comparing it to the other diode lasers that I've used in the past. And I've used one that was a 10 watt, but an open frame. I've used one that was like enclosed. And then they came out with a upgrade of it that can do like all the things like print and all this other stuff. Y'all, I fell in love with this laser, and not because of the color. Now I know I like pink, and I keep saying the pink. The color doesn't matter to me like that. Like I want something that's gonna work and get it done. Now the one thing I'm gonna say, when we start cutting the HTV, that's why I want to get started. It takes a while for that HTV to cut. It took this right here 16 minutes to cut. So that was, I was like, no, y'all gotta do better with that. But it took 16 minutes for it to cut, and we cut that with the 2-watt infrared laser. That's good for metals. Okay. Let's see. They'll cut all the colors. So Stacy, you're gonna look for a CO2 laser. So that's another thing with acrylic. Stacy brought up a good point. So with these lasers, you cannot cut all acrylic. Okay, there aren't even hacks to cut clear acrylic with this. Now, can you engrave on some clear acrylic with it? And you really just, you can use your cut setting to engrave on CO2 onto clear acrylic. You're gonna be able to cut opaque colors. So if I have this here, like you see the reflection, you can't see through it, right? This is opaque. Okay, that's what opaque means. It's like a solid color. You can't see through it, right? This yellow, you can cut this yellow as well. Okay, I think you can probably cut this yellow. You can't. So this is like it's not white. White doesn't cut well with diode lasers also. This is more like a peach color. And as you guys see, it cut it, but it didn't engrave it. Like the engrave, I actually ended up putting these inside of my, I know y'all can't see it. You can see the engrave a little bit there. I actually ended up putting those inside of the CO2 to engrave over it because the diode just wouldn't engrave on this color. Okay. But in the video, you guys will see a piece of black acrylic. So then I made this in the video that you guys will see maybe tomorrow or Thursday, maybe. This was a piece of black acrylic that I cut with it. Okay, so it cut the black acrylic and it engraved onto the black acrylic. And as you guys see, that looks really good. Okay, so we were able to cut black acrylic and engrave black acrylic with it. You're not going to be able to cut clear acrylic with a diode laser. You're just not. So clear acrylic, certain colors like white, certain colors like that, you're not going to be able to cut through it. Okay, there are no hacks for it. Okay, it's pure science. That beam cannot, there's nothing for it. It's a cut. Okay, so you won't be able to do it. I can't tell you like any more times that you're not going to be able to cut acrylic. So if that's what you want to do, you may want to save your money, and you may want to get you a save you money and get you a CO2 instead of going this route. Okay, but if you want to cut acrylic that, certain solid color acrylics like red, it will cut a blue, it'll cut certain colors, then you can get a diode laser, but it's not going to cut all acrylic. Okay, so know that before. I hate when people get these lasers and they really don't know, because that's not something that's really said. When things are advertised, it says, oh, it cuts wood, it cuts acrylic, it cuts this, it cuts that, but it doesn't tell you the things that it doesn't cut, right? So it's almost like my belle, she does all the things and she's pretty powerful, but she can't do tumblers, right? But nobody says, oh, they do all this. You can do this with this, you can do that, but you can't do this. That's a selling point for a lot of people, for them to be able to engrave onto tumblers, right? So just know that. I'll give you guys another sneak peek. So I was able to cut, some of you guys know how much I love Unisub, and this is like Sublimation NDF. Absolutely love it. I was able to cut it out and make me this love puzzle. Y'all will see me do that in the video, so still watch the video even though I'm showing you guys a sneak peek. And I was able to cut this out, and it cut out beautifully. This Unisub cut out beautifully. Certain depths of wood, yes, is not mentioned until you ask. You got to also talk about the wood. Remember, God, I want you guys to always think of this. Consider the price, okay? When you're out there comparing machines, consider the price. And I know like you can get nice quality cuts, you can do different things, but honestly, most companies who advertise these sorts of lasers, like the diode, the 10 watt, what do they say? They say this is for a crafter. It's a crafter's laser, or it's for your home business. It's for this is what they say. And then the price is a lot cheaper than if you're going to get a laser that can really do all the things, right? So always take that into consideration, especially with these, because they do advertise them as home lasers, crafting lasers. That's what they say. So, and that's what they are, right? Because it's not there. At one point, there were not a lot of diode lasers in people's houses. So that's another thing. So just take that into consideration. The CO2 lasers, they cost. And of course, the bigger, the better, right? They call these desktop lasers. That's because it literally fits on your desk. They call them desktop lasers, right? So just know that. You're not going to be cutting thick pieces of wood. You're not going to be cutting thick pieces of acrylic. Yeah, but you can't. I'm going to show you guys a piece of, we're going to cut a nice thick piece of wood. It's not 3 millimeters. I thought it was, but it's definitely not. This is the thickest wood that I usually use, okay? So I'm going to show you guys that, but just know this is considered a crafter's laser or home-based business. And I see that for like all the brands kind of say that, but and a lot of times like they'll say what it is, but it's great to us, right? Like some things we just don't know what they're talking about. So that's another thing. Hold on, let me go down. But definitely do research whenever you're getting anything. Definitely do your research. That's why I'm always a little bit skeptical about like showing things, because I actually look into it, but I know a lot of people, you guys depend on us to tell you guys about machines and how they're used, and that's why I get them. I do not get machines to sell it to you guys. I get machines, one, because some of you who have been around know how much I love machines. I love playing with gadgets and toys and taking things apart and stuff like that. I do. So I get them because it's also something that I enjoy doing, but I also want it to be something that you can use it as a reference when you're doing your research to look for machines to see what's going to work for you. You can see how it works for me, see how it works for somebody else, but don't be impulsive, okay? Definitely do your research. But hey, everybody coming in. Hey, y'all. All right, we already switched over. Let me make myself a little bit smaller. And we'll look a little bit at the machine itself. All right, so here's Little Miss Pinky. And that's her name, Little Miss Pinky. And so Little Miss Pinky is a 10-watt laser, diode laser. Remember, there's a difference between diode and CO2. All right, so because I have her on, I can't move her. So if I had her powered off, I would be able to move the laser head and the laser bar and move it up. The machine also came with like this little block, and it's really just to put it here in the corner so that you can see there's a camera. This machine also has a camera that is really pretty much activated when it's open. But this is so that your material can flush here and then you'll get a clear picture of your material. Like this is almost like the blind side of your laser. Like this area here is like the blind side. So that's going to be, keeping your material in focus. All right, that's pretty much basically it. This particular laser, it does come with an air assist, and with the air assist, it's connected. This one came with it. What else? Also, I have an air filter here that's attached. That's what you see here. But if you have like a window near you, you can totally put this out the window. I don't like the window open, and I do have space near a window, but I always prefer the air filters. I know a lot of people think that they're a paperweight, but I've used air filters with all of my lasers. I only use air filters with my lasers. What else do we have here? All right, so another thing that comes, or I don't know if it comes with a package or what, but this is the rotary attachment that came with it, and this is actually the rotary upgrade or pro upgrade. So the original one that comes with it is very similar. So this is the original rotary head that came with it, but this one has like these guards right here. And so what you can do is with it this way, you can't really get a full engrave of your tumbler with it like this because the tumbler is sitting in these little pockets. But with this one, you actually place your tumbler on top. And so the tumbler kind of goes on top of it like that. Let me show y'all. Oh, I meant to get my test tumbler. I'm gonna have to mess up a tumbler because I told y'all I hadn't tested this out yet. So we're gonna see. What did Kristen say? Hey, Greg Barker. Kristen, what did you say? So I want to show you guys how this goes. Okay. So the new upgrade will go inside. Like I gotta kind of make it smaller. This might be too big for it to go in here though. Let me see if I could maybe make it a little bit. Nope. So this one, I'm gonna get a wider. Because this one is too, see, it's not gonna fit in there. But that's how it's supposed to go on like your larger tumblers. I'm gonna go grab this Five Below tumbler that I have. And then it goes inside and then you can engrave like that. Either that or I'll just engrave it with the other one. While the other stuff is working, I'll decide. But this opening is just too narrow for that one. But it would go in here and then it would just kind of hold it like that and then turn. All right, so that's the rotary attachment. And then the other laser head we have this is the 2-watt laser head. So we're gonna remove it. Okay, we're gonna take it off, we're gonna take that off, we're gonna remove it, we're gonna do all the things tonight, but very, very quickly, or at least we're gonna try. All right, so that's our laser. I am going to switch over to the screen and we're going to bring in the design. All right, so again, if you've never used one of these lasers, the laser is still open. The camera has to, the top has to be open in order for the camera to be able to see what's inside. Okay, so we're going to, if I click refresh, it just, all it does is gives us an update of what that laser bed looks like. All right, so the first thing I'm going to put in there, I'm going to put a piece of wood. All right, and so I want to show you guys just how thick this is. It's not like a 3 millimeter piece of wood. I'm going to show you guys the difference of the wood that came with the machine and the wood that we're going to cut today. All right, let me remove this again. I'm sorry, guys. We're going to remove, and I'm just going to show you guys. Let me make myself bigger now. All right, so I want you guys to look at the difference in the thickness of the wood. All right, so this was a piece. Hey, Rosalind and Danny. You don't have to vent out the window, confused. So Ruth, you should. I just covered that maybe like 10 minutes ago or maybe 5 minutes ago. You can vent it out the window. I prefer to use a filter. That's why you see the hose going into that little filter right there. I prefer to use a filter because I'm not necessarily in my other craft room. I didn't have a window in there, and I use with the Glowforge. I use the filter. I prefer the filter. I know a lot of people, I said a few minutes ago that people think that it's like a paperweight, but I actually prefer it. But if you don't want to, you do need to filter out of the window, and this, your safety is most important. Okay, so filtering out the window, you're gonna get rid of all of those toxins that are in the air. Acrylic creates toxins, makes smells. It's just so many different things that could go on. So you definitely want to, if you don't have an air filter, you definitely want to invest, or you want to put it into your window or out your window. Okay. Also, another thing that I recommend is having a fire extinguisher nearby. Um, Having a fire extinguisher next to all of my lasers, I have a fire extinguisher can spray. Okay, but you want to have a fire extinguisher. You definitely want to have a fire extinguisher. Okay, because you never know. I have had acrylic catch on fire before. I was live one time with one of my other diode lasers, and a piece of acrylic caught on fire inside of the laser. Okay. So luckily we were there. I was there close by. You always want to stay close by to your laser. Okay. You don't want to go too far away from your laser. This laser has like a tinted window or tinted window on the top to help protect your eyes against the laser beams. But you never really want to look at that laser head on, like especially without that tinted top. You may want to invest in some shields, some laser shields, stuff like that. So you definitely want to make sure that you're following all safety precautions. Okay, you want to make sure. So get this. I think Marilyn has a fire blanket that she has. Trust me, it's not too much. I see too many times where things happen with people's lasers and it burns or burns up other parts of your home, and you don't want that. Okay, so always remember, practice safety. So I use the air filter. You can do it out the window, but you definitely need to vent out somewhere. You have to vent out somewhere. Okay, so this is the wood that we're going to be cutting today. And I don't know if you guys see how thick it is. You can get you a caliper and measure the thickness of it. With this machine, it does the autofocus or auto measure. And so it'll auto measure it for you. But just so that you'll, you can, but this is the piece that comes with the machine. This piece right here in the front of you came with the machine, and you see how thin it is. This is wood, birch plywood that I get from Home Depot, and you see how thick it is. So it can cut this wood, and it's very nice and thick. All right. Now there are different types of woods. There's pre-patterned woods, pre-colored woods, things like that you can purchase so that you don't have to paint your wood. I prefer to paint before, but you want to make sure you're painting with the right paint, and you just have to be careful. Okay, you just have to be careful. Yes, yes. Definitely fire. Thank you, Danny. Yes, fire extinguishers are very necessary for many crafts, for many reasons in classrooms. Yes, 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 yes. Very, very, very important. Hey, Jess. Very important. Yeah. Okay, so hey, Barb. So Barb's saying she has a fumulator, fume clear, FC350, 350 watt laser fume extractor. She runs her X2 S1 Pro and D1 Pro attached to it. This one has its own fume extractor. Great points and safety. Thanks for sharing that, Barb. Thank you so much. Because you can't be too, you have to be safe. You really do. Cut it to size. So Twyla, these actually come in this size. I buy them, I think maybe 10 come in a pack or something like that, 10 or 20. I can't remember how many, but I get these by the box, and they're already pre-cut. Now, Home Depot will cut, my Home Depot at least. If I have like wood or any like other material, they will cut it to size for me. So I've never had a problem with getting, now sometimes I gotta wait a little bit to find somebody, but they will cut it to size. And so another thing that you guys need to know, you need to know the size of the laser bed. I don't remember what size this laser bed is. As I was telling you guys, I'm trying to think to tell you guys what size the laser bed is, but I don't even remember what size the laser bed is. I don't remember. So I'll find out before we get off. So you want to know what size laser bed you have. Now remember, when you get your materials pre-cut, or if you buy materials from online or Amazon, sometimes have like 12 by 12 materials, like it depends. Each laser bed, like all the laser beds for all the different lasers, are not all the same sizes. Okay. I think this one has like a pass-through feature, but I don't have that. This may have a pass-through feature or some way for you to be able to pass things through somehow. I don't know. I don't see it having it, but you might. It might. You just never know, right? So you do need to know that. You need to know the width of your laser bed. Hey, Sarika. You do need to know that. Okay, fire blanket, fire extinguisher, and if all else fails, a bag of baking soda. Girl, Barb, I need to put a bag of baking soda in here. I need to put a bag of baking soda in here. All right. So I just wanted to show you guys the thickness of this. All right, I'm going to take myself. Oh. Exit solo layout. We're going to bring back this to the stage. I'm going to put our wood inside of the machine. And right now, if you guys notice here, this is going to go a little bit over in this area. This area may be like a blind area. I know you probably can't see my little hands over here. But if you guys look right here, like this area will probably be blind. But this is what I mean. Like you probably won't see it, but this is what I mean. I can't even see with the computer on the other screen. I can't see good. I'm sorry, y'all. But if you look right here, you see how that gives us this gap, because that's the area that it can't see. Okay, so that's fine. Now, if you don't, like, let's say if you have a piece of wood that's a little bit too large, then you take that out. You don't have to have it, but I do like to keep it in there. Okay, remember, you have to leave that top open. That's one thing that I kept going back and forth with, because I'm so used to closing the laser head or the laser cover, and you have to remember not to. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to click refresh. And when we click refresh, it's going to pull up the actual wooden piece that we see. All right. So now what we're going to do is we're going to import in the design And I'm just going to click import. It's going to be this post-it with the heart. And so what I want to do is I am going to do, hopefully this is the right size. Let me see what size that is. 4.307. It may be fine. I can't. I should have opened this up before, but I didn't, so it's fine. So we're just going to bring this heart over here because for this heart, I think I want to do acrylic. This one looks like this is going to be like a, let's do this as a, we want to do like a fill engrave. Let's do like a fill engrave. I'm going to bring this over here. We're going to make another copy of it. I'm just altering this up a little bit. I got this from off of Creative Fabrica. And we're going to put another heart there in the center. Like you can adjust things the way that you want. And I think I'm going to cut out the name with a little bit of acrylic too. So that heart will be acrylic, and we're going to cut out a name with acrylic, and that's going to be what we're going to do. So this is going to be wood. So the one thing that you always have to do, you have to tell your machine what you're going to be doing. And while we're talking, you turn on the air filter, because I'll forget. Oh, definitely, I'm the person that forgets. All right, so we have to tell the machine what it needs to do with each part of the design. Okay. Jess, I'm just making a post-it note. I'm trying to make something quick. We're gonna do a post-it note. I think we're gonna do a tumbler and we're gonna do a shirt. I think that's all I said that we were gonna do tonight. We're gonna do HTV on the shirt. Okay. So here we have this. So now we're gonna hit over, right? So right here it's already kind of telling us, like, you know, it says that it's cutting. That's where we have the laser flat. If we were doing the tumbler, we would change that to laser cylindrical, but we're doing laser flat. It's connected to the Wi-Fi. We can do auto measure. So right now, the wood that is, or the material we have here selected, we have 3mm wood, basswood, and you can actually change, you know, your wood. So it has 3mm, 6mm. Mine is closer to 6mm, I believe. But you can change this to wood, birch, plywood. You can change it to whatever wood that you may want to change it to. Like mine is actually birch plywood. So we're going to just go here. But these are all the different materials that you can choose from. You may have fabric. We may need to try this fabric one and see how that will cut. I know Delonda and I will probably do a WeCreat together a live. We can maybe incorporate it into something. Like we have denim. You can do fabric, denim, dark blue, fabric canvas bag, craft felt. Well, I've cut craft felt before. But these are some of the different materials. You can do paper. I've done paper before. You have different leather options. So there's so many different things that you can do. Yeah, the Vista is, well, the Vista with the mouth, that's the filter. It's a filter that's out. It's a filter that's out. All right, so we're gonna go back. I'm gonna go back to wood. I'm gonna do, I can't remember if I did passwood or plywood, or the birch plywood. Let's go with birch plywood. And then we're gonna click confirm. Oh, I still got it. I'm gonna select 3mm, but it's probably closer to 5mm. Let's do a thickness. Let's do auto measure. And then it'll tell us like what it is. All right, so see it auto measured, and at first it said that it was 3mm, and then it went up to 4.97mm, which is closer to the 5. So yeah, let's see. All right, so sometimes my designs are a lot. Oh, definitely. If you have a design that's going to go for a long time, even shorter time, like it depends on your Wi-Fi and everything. Connecting to USB is always probably the preferred way. I like to connect. Honestly, I just started connecting the Vista. The Vision I always use my USB cord with the, not this, the Vision. I always use my USB cord with the Vision, but we're going to use the Wi-Fi tonight. We're going to use the Wi-Fi. So in order to access like all of your settings, you will go here. So over on the side, once you click onto what you want to work with, then all of the other settings will open up. Okay, when I click off, it goes away. When I click on, there you have it. So there's three things you can do. Okay, the first thing you can do a line engrave, which is almost like a score. So you can adjust how deep it's going to go if you just want a light score. And scoring is important, especially when you're going to be layering things. I feel like scoring is very important when you're going to be layering things, especially names and things like that. Fill engrave. So a fill engrave, I'm going to click onto this heart. So right now the heart is at fill engrave, and you can tell that it's filled in. If I change that to line engrave, then it's just going to be an out. It's going to be a line, right? It's just going to be a line. Okay, so then we're going to go to cut, and then cut, it turns it red because it's literally going to cut it. Okay, it's going to cut it. So let me see. Okay, so let's click onto here. That's already at fill engrave. So we're going to click onto this one. This is going to be a cut. And if you notice, once we click cut, these settings are going to change. So let's click cut. And so it's going to go at a speed of 3 and 1 pass. Now, the other day I cut this, and I thought that it was going to need like 2 passes because it was so thick, but it actually did cut with 1 pass. So we're going to see if this does the same thing. Trisha, we'll look at the Wi-Fi. Did you change it from your settings up here at the top? And then we're going to go here. We're going to select all of that. I selected the inside and I selected the outer. And this is going to be a cut also. Okay, so we're going to cut that too. So we're going to have a cut and we're going to have an engrave. This is going to be, that's going to be a cut, but I'm going to ignore it because I don't need to use it now. Okay, I don't need to use it now. If I don't ignore it and I click start, it does fine. It's not picking it up. So this is telling me that it's going to take 8 minutes and 33 seconds to cut it and do that engrave of those hearts. Okay. Now with my Vision, sometimes I literally have to ignore what's on the side. So just see what whatever you're doing, and then decide whether or not, let the system tell you whether or not you have to do it. But today we don't have to, so I'm not even going to worry about it. Now, another thing you always want to do when you're working with your material, you want to make sure you don't waste any material. So as you guys see right now, I'm literally in the center of that material. That's wasting material. Okay, so I would probably just move this over closer here to that edge. Okay, I move this closer to the edge, and you can actually even move like this right here. You can actually move this over about right there. I'll just move it over just a little bit. Okay, so now we're going to get ready to press start. I'm going to do start. Again, it told me that it needs 8 minutes and 33 seconds. And then I'm going to click send. Once I click send, remember that top part is still open, so I need to close it. Once I click send, now it's letting the machine know that we're about to work. Okay, so let's head over to the machine. And of course, it reminds you like what you have to do. We have to press the button in order for it to start. So I'm going to remove this screen for now. And then I'm going to make, perfect. All right, so now I'm going to close. And then what you're seeing over here, like this is, sorry guys. I need to invest in a motion camera. So we're going to press this, okay? It's ready. And then once we do that, The first thing that it does is when you start engraving what you want it to engrave first. And the air is going too. Pretty good. Oh, something else that I didn't show you guys as far as like engraving with the software, it will show you like the type of engrave that you may want. If you want it darker, if you want it lighter, and you can literally just click it there and it'll give you those settings. The pink is so cute. It is. Hey Kevin and Penny. Hey Penny. And since I saw that. Definitely the fire blanket. Hey Michelle versus Kels. On one piece of wood. Yes, definitely. So it looks like it's about to start doing the cut down. So the cutting is a lot slower. It's cutting. So another thing that I didn't show you guys that you can do, you can actually frame your project. So whatever you're going to be doing, like if you're going to be cutting this material, I could have framed it so I can see exactly where it's going to cut. Okay, you can do that with this machine. You can frame it and it'll show you exactly where it's going to cut before you even cut it. Okay, I'm trying to think what else. So let me. Oh, kind of if y'all want to test out that 5 below, because if anything, we don't have to test out the bigger one. We can test this one out still. All I have to do is remove the Pro rotary attachment and put the other one back on, which I think that's what we can just go ahead and do. I think that's what we're going to do because this doesn't fit the it doesn't come off, does it? No, it's not intended to come off. So that's only for larger ones. And this 20-ounce tumbler is the opening is not large enough. It's too small. All right, so I'm gonna take this apart really quick while that's going, and then you guys can just see what I'm doing here. So I'm just gonna take this one apart. I'm trying to think if we want to do the oh no, we're gonna do the tumbler next after we cut the acrylic, because with the tumbler uses the same laser head as what we're using now. The tumbler uses the same one. I'm just unscrewing it. Hey, Steve. Anybody I missed coming in? I'm sorry if I missed you. So if you guys have any questions about lasers, let me know. So just know that with diode lasers, anything clear, it's not going to cut. It will engrave, okay? That includes glass. Now, if you want to do, like if you want to engrave on, like wine glasses and things like that, I do have a video showing doing that. It might be from like 2 years ago, but it's not with the WeCreat. but you can. And I mean, to get a better engrave, I like to use marking. So I like to use Surmark, or I like to use the marking paper to do it. But you certainly can. You certainly can. Anything else that we need to talk about? So I'm just gonna put this. We're putting the original one back on, and then I'll use that other one later. Not tonight though. Not tonight. Not tonight. You definitely want to. I mean, if you get one of these, test it out. See what all you can use in it. But you want to make sure you are being safe. Okay? You want to make sure that you are being safe. That is a must. Can you use HTV to get the engraving on glass? No. So I would not put HTV. So remember with their HTV, all HTV cannot go into this laser. Okay? It don't look like it cut through. I need to go see. It does. It don't look like it cut through to me, but we don't go and check it out in a minute. I probably should have used that other. Y'all know what I didn't do for that other one? I didn't change the setting. I don't think I changed the setting for that other one. So we're gonna have to piece that on there. So with HTV, the HTV that we're gonna use tonight is laser safe HTV. I cannot stress that enough. You don't just want to put any HTV in your machine. Okay? Please, someone wants to picture your person. Wait, like inside. Terry Craft, if you're gonna go big, if you want to, I'm gonna tell you. I've said it 1,000 times already. My CO2 lasers are my go-to. My very first laser was a CO2 laser. My very first one. So where everybody is saying like they can't cut clear acrylic, I never had that problem because my very first laser was a CO2 laser. So I will tell you, if there's so many other things that you want to do, I would say wait. 10 watt is not, it's not a super powerful laser. Can you get some things done with it? Yes, you can. But I would totally wait to get like what I want. If you're going to save your money, know what you want to do. Now, if you just want to get in, learn the process, learn, the different things, and you say, you know what, I can invest in this, I can still, as long as if I see if I can make my money back, I'm good to go, right? Then I'm fine with it. But if you're like, no, I want to go ahead and get what I can get, I would, even after having tested so many different lasers and done so many different things, I would still choose my CO2. I can't. Do I think this is a nice laser? Is it good? Can you get some things done with it? You can. You can get quite a few things done with it. And if lasering isn't going to be like, a main business of yours, or if you just want this for a hobby, and you're just like, I just want to have it just to cut a few pieces of wood here and there, or, I'm not really looking to cut clear acrylic, because for some reason, clear acrylic is super duper popular. There's a lot of reasons why clear acrylic is super duper popular. You can make blanks with it, especially if you have a business. You can make custom blanks with it. You can do quite a few things with it. But totally, it's totally up to you. But I would get my CO2. I would. I love my CO2. And doing hard design. All right, it's done. The screen tells me now, like it says complete. I do like to wait for a few seconds just to get some of that air out of the machine, so that if there's any toxic air, it's gonna continue to flow. So I always wait a little bit before I get it. Now, can you smell it? You can smell it. I don't know if you guys heard, but the sound kind of went down. That's usually my cue to tell me, okay, you can come open me up. All right. I kind of developed that practice with Bell, because Bell they tell you don't open it. They let you know when you can open it in their system. They'll say, okay, it's safe to go open it. And then also with Gaston, it locks. And then when it's time for me to open it, it unlocks it, and you can hear the unlock. So I do wait a little bit. That is important. Okay, for those of you who have families and you laser in your house, even with an air filter, you want to be careful. Okay, you want to be careful. All right, did it cut through? Here is the time. Let's see if it cut through. And it did. Look at that. Look at that cut. That is a very nice cut. It cut this wood beautifully. It cut it beautiful. I bought some post-it notes. I need to see if it's gonna fit. Look at that. Look at our engrave. The engrave looks pretty good, but that's where the air assist is supposed to come in handy. There is masking that you can put on top of it to prevent any charring. I do have a little bit of charring there. There is like masking that you can put on top to prevent that from happening. And of course, this little piece right here, I'm gonna keep this piece because I can do something else. I can use that piece to put something else out of it. So I don't want to get rid of that. But look how thick that is. That is thick. And it took one pass to do it. That is a very nice thick piece of wood. Okay? So this is how this is gonna go. This is gonna go like once we actually glue it on, I can actually like glue it now. It'll go like this, and then the post-it note will go inside. So let's cut out a piece of acrylic so that we can put that on here. And then I'm gonna put a name on here. So we'll do a name. Then when I do that, okay. So I'm gonna switch from here for now. And then we'll go. So this is, this is a cute teacher's gift. Y'all know that I'm a teacher, so y'all know that half the things I do all the time is educationally based. So I'm sorry, but look how cute this is, y'all. So the post-it notes fit in there. So we're gonna fix this. We're gonna put a name on here. But these make really cute teacher gifts that you can make to give away, or you can sell these to people. I have a lot of my coworkers who are always asking me to make things like this. I like to make it with acrylic too, though. That clear acrylic, that decorative clear acrylic with the specks and all that stuff. That's what I like to use. So that's why I keep saying clear acrylic. But these make good gifts. If you're looking to sell these, like make money off of these, you can package this up with a nice engraved pen. Look, I engraved this pen, this pencil. I also engraved this pen. This pen engraved, I did that with this laser. You can also include like a little gift, a little bag package and sell that, right? So can you realistically make your money back off of this machine fairly quickly? Absolutely. Absolutely. Okay. And you don't have to get this super thick wood, but it does look good, but you don't have to get this super thick wood. Okay, you can get a little thinner piece of wood, maybe have the top piece thicker, but I do like for my wood pieces, like the edges to be the same. I do like that. All right, let's see what you guys said. Seize potentials, go for it. Don't get it is very intimidating. I'm not even gonna lie and say, oh girl, you need to do it. It is very intimidating. It is. But you can totally do it. So I could put a name on here now, but I don't know if, so the computer that I'm using does not have all of my my fonts on it. And so that's the problem that I'm experiencing right now. All right, so I'm gonna type in right here. I'm gonna type in Miss Jackson. All right, so let's move this here. I'm gonna move this over here so I can kind of work with the font. They do have fonts. WeCreat fonts. You can use your system fonts again. I don't have any fonts on here because this isn't my regular computer that I usually design in, so I don't have fonts on here. I can go to Creative Fabrica real quick and try to download something, but so here I'm just looking for, I really want a script font because I don't want to have to what you call it? You know what? I'm just not gonna put a name on here for now. We're just gonna stick with it like this because I'm not gonna be satisfied. I'm gonna have to do it on my other computer for me. So we're gonna move this over here. I'm gonna move this over because I'm done with that. And we're gonna do hearts. Okay. I may do like a few hearts to put around there. Let me see what color hearts. Let's do some red hearts. It's almost Valentine's Day. I have this red acrylic. So we're just gonna do some red hearts. So I have this red acrylic here, and of course I've used this for ornament. Well, actually I used these for some Delta ornaments. Y'all see that 1913 on this side. So on the back, I have 3M double-sided adhesive, and I'm gonna try to put it here so that I can just stick it onto the wood instead of having to glue it on. Okay, so I just need to make sure I get it into the area that I want it to be. So kind of here in the center. All right, so we're just gonna put this here. I think I want it down. And then I'm gonna get my wood glue so that I can glue it together. Oh, remember the next thing I want to do is I want to refresh my screen so we can see what it says and what it has in the frame. I got things flying everywhere, y'all. All right, so we're going to refresh the screen. I'm not going to worry about putting a name today. So I'll do that maybe. I want to do it now because I actually want to give this as a gift, but we don't have all night. And y'all know how my life goes. I have an IEP meeting. I have 2 IEP meetings first thing in the morning. So I definitely don't want to. It kind of charred on the back. So that's where like having a masking on the back would be good. The good thing about this is that these are both the same shape and size, whether it's on the front and the back. So I'm gonna hide that nicely. You can paint if you want, but if you're gonna engrave, you may want to paint before. I'm just gonna use some Gorilla wood glue, and then I'm just gonna put it on the top part. All right, so we're pretty good over here. I'm not gonna be able to see that well, but I'm just gonna put a little bit of glue. We don't need that much, and I don't like for it to seep. You can always engrave like a nice message on the back of these if you want to. Add a little personal touch. I'm just putting a little bit of the wood glue. And then I'm going to take this and we're going to put it together. Hold on, what am I missing? But hot vein, I have a 20 watt that doesn't work. Have you contacted them, Marlene? That sucks. What's the problem with it? I started with the X4 M1 and it was good, but I almost immediately. It's kind of Penny. It's kind of like when I got my brother. That's the same thing that kind of happened to me when I got my brother. My brother SE600. I was like, yeah, I like this a lot, and then I upgraded it like fairly quickly because that's what I wanted. Only troubleshooting, but nothing else. Have you worked with lasers before, Marlene? You need to comment. I mean, this is the thing. When you buy things, like when people are selling things, they're gonna have defective merchandise. They are, unfortunately. So I would contact them, but if you got it and it was defective and you tested it out right away, I would put in a claim with my bank. I would definitely put in a claim with my bank. Like if they didn't send it back and if they wouldn't take it back, or if you couldn't get in contact with them, I would totally put in a claim with my bank. Totally. I don't know, Marlene. I don't know. And I would totally put a claim. But that's definitely something that you need to take to them. But I would totally do. Go to your bank. Like, I've gotten stuff that wasn't right before, like something was wrong with it. And I know that a lot of times, like either they sent me a lemon or maybe I just don't know what I'm doing. I will contact my bank. I will contact and PayPal. PayPal is usually pretty good with, making sure you get your money back too. At least in my experience. I don't know about the rest of them, but my experience, PayPal is really good with that. So remember I said I didn't want any blue seeping? Guess what I got? I got blue seeping. So I'm just gonna clean it up a little bit. And I'm using some wooden clamps to keep it in place for me. Yeah. Oh no. See, this is okay, guys. When you are spending money and you're spending like machines are not cheap. So if at that first time I felt like, okay, I can't get to anybody, and I've tried and I've spent $2,000 on a machine, I'm not gonna wait. I'm not gonna wait. Especially if I've tried to contact the company and nothing was resolved. I'm not gonna wait. Yeah, I'm not gonna wait. I would almost automatically call my bank. So for some reason, my Peloton subscription, y'all know I love my Peloton. My Peloton subscription doubled, not the cost, but it was like I had two subscriptions. Went online, did the whole email customer service thing, and they still didn't. It was like, okay, send this. It was like, you guys can see my account. You can see that it's double billing me. Didn't do it. Called. It still was like forever. Okay, we gotta escalate this. We gotta do that. We gotta do this and that. So guess what I did? I called the bank. I was like, hey, I need this canceled. I need the subscription canceled off here. Not both of them. I just need one. I just need one canceled. So that's what I did. So that's fun. If it's not working, did all the troubleshooting. Let them know. All right, so I'm just gonna place this here. I don't remember where that piece was that I wanted with the glue, but this is just red acrylic. Remember, not all acrylic cuts well, or not all acrylic cuts. So I'm just gonna paste another one here. Like I can do about 2 or 3 here. And we're just gonna cut it. And again, as you guys saw, I just used the system settings. I didn't use anything special. I'm hoping that we're just making these all the same size. Come on. There we go. All right, so I'm cutting that all the same size. Okay. All right. Now I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna select the material. We're gonna change this material. We're gonna go to plastic. That's where your acrylic setting is gonna be, and I'm just gonna click acrylic red because we're using red acrylic. All right, and then I'm gonna click confirm. As you see here, like you can do, I'll put it up for engraving because I didn't show that before. Oh, I gotta click 3mm. I always forget that. That's one thing I always forget. So if I click here, and let's say if I go to fill engrave, this will come up. Okay, if you scroll down, you'll see this. And so you can change your settings so that, you can get it to look like these shades, okay? One side is the power, this is the speed, and this is the power. So you would just put it up here. So this one is like a power of 100 with a speed of 158, okay? But I'm gonna change this to cut. All right, I'm also gonna change this to 2 or 3 passes. I have found that I need more than one pass with acrylic. Now we'll see how it cuts it now, but I usually use more than one pass, at least when I'm using the vision. Okay, so we're gonna click start. We change our settings. I'm gonna click confirm. But you guys know what I didn't do? I didn't click auto measure, just said auto measure. So let's do auto measure. Okay, so it is a little thinner than what we said, I think. It looks a little bit thinner. Let's do auto. Oh, you know what is auto measuring? Remember, I have all these holes. That's another thing that you have to know. So you guys remember it with the original, you see all these holes? Well, it's possible. You see where that light is? It's not measuring the acrylic for me. So I'm going to go back and I'm just going to go back and select the 3mm. I don't want to do auto measure because it's not measuring it correctly. Now I can try to maneuver the material around in the bed so that it can at least laser on top of the actual piece of acrylic. But right now it's going straight through. Y'all see it right here going straight through that hole right there. All right, so we're going to click start. Confirm. And we're going to click send. I think I still did 3 for all of them. I'm not even sure if I did 3 for all of them. Let me see. I probably should have. I think I did 2. Let me see. The number of passes is still said 1 because I changed those settings. I'm glad I did that. So let's do 2 for now. Let's do 2, and if 2 doesn't work, we'll go ahead and change it. So let's click start. Confirm. All right, let's click send. And we're gonna, and we'll see. After this, we're gonna do the tumbler. Let's make it bigger. All right, let's see how this goes. It's done. I think possibly it would get cut on the first cut. So we can totally see that. If y'all want to see if it cuts the first one again. Oh, I did have some like Dollar Tree wood pieces here that, you know, with your laser so that you can practice on it. You can engrave on these. Some of this stuff can cut. You can engrave a nice sign, like a nice wooden sign on here. I don't know about this blackboard. I did get it to try to test it out. We're not going to test it out tonight. Maybe we'll have like another laser night. I know Delani and I are probably going to do a WeCreat. I know Marilyn wants to do some WeCreat stuff. But you have more here, like things to work with. Hey, Arlene. Rachel. Rachel. Girl. Why? All right, so this is the shirt that we're gonna. Well, we probably pressed the shirt, but let's get our. We're gonna do the tumbler first. Now, one other thing, I've never really been a fan of cutting vinyl because, of course, WeCreat isn't the first company to come out with the ability to cut your vinyl in a laser. But with the laser, like they're the first ones to really do that I've known. Because the other company that I did, they had an actual blade housing inside of there. And I ain't gonna tell you how many times I've almost cut my finger with it. So, but you could do that. But I'm not really a big fan of. You guys know how like some people get the lasers and they want to engrave on pies. If you're gonna engrave on food, then you need to have a whole separate laser for that. If you're gonna, because you don't want to be engraving wood and a pumpkin pie or apple pie in the same machine. That's just not good. That's just not good. Right? I like that. I'll try to get something, make something work. I'll try to get something to work. Oh, you're talking about the laser. I think she's talking about the laser head that may not be working. And they sent you another one and it's not working. I don't know. But definitely, Greg, I think we could do something with that. All right, that's all done, honey. Let's see if it does look like it cut through. Let's see. Well, okay, so I don't know if you guys see here. So only one of mine actually got onto the 3N. These two, I should have put it over here, but I really didn't want to waste that side. So we're gonna take this off. So I'm gonna have to pop. I don't know if you guys saw, but I popped it out. And if you saw that gooey stuff, that's from the 3N. But it just didn't fall out. It looks like it cut pretty good. And it's not good. The red color cut really good. Now, do y'all want to see it like if I do it with one pass? Let's try to do one pass and see how it does. Let's do one pass. Okay, so I know that's not like what we plan on doing, but let's do one pass and see. We'll do one pass and see how that, but that cut pretty good. So we're done with that. Oh, I closed it. I always forget. You gotta keep it open in order for it to be able to refresh. What time is it? It's 9 o'clock. I don't know if you're gonna make it. Let's see. I'm gonna refresh. Let me add this back. Add to stage. Showing on denim. It's that with infrared. It might be with infrared. I'm gonna look more into it and then I'll see. I know with Glowforge you can do it just with the regular laser. They also say with the HTV you can do it with the 10-watt laser, but I'm just not 100% sure. All right, so we're gonna take one of these hearts and we're gonna put one of these hearts here, and let's put it right. And I'm gonna do one pass, okay? Because maybe I'm overdoing it by doing two passes, because with the Vention, that is a 20-watt laser, I had to do two passes, okay? But just know that if your laser head is not clean, like if it has dust or any debris or anything underneath it, anything can prevent your laser from cutting to its fullest capability, okay? So you want to always remember that. All right, so we're gonna get ready to, hold on, let me change I'm gonna select that heart and we're gonna change it back to one pass, and we're gonna see, not 11 passes, we're gonna see how that does really quick. Hey, Fifi. Oh, no, why didn't you call me and tell me that you was coming home? Y'all know Fifi's my friend. So right here is only 29 seconds. We're gonna click send. Oh. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead. We're gonna click. All right, we're gonna see. So Fifi's grandbaby is a preemie, and he came home a little earlier than expected. He's been in there for what, Fifi, like 2 months? Since like October? Maybe 2.5 months? He's been in there for a good little minute. So this is one pass. Okay, so we're gonna see. Still on the phone. So look, it didn't cut all the way in the back. So it looks like it cut in the front, but in the back, it needs to two passes. And I don't know because but it needs to two passes. So I need two passes for it. So I'm not going to worry about cutting it out again right now. Even though I kind of just want to cut it out, I want to put it back on here, but we're not going to do that. All right. So I'm going to turn this off. Oh no, I'm going to stop sharing for now. So it's complete. We're going to stop sharing for now. Remove. Make bigger. All right, so I'm gonna take out the bottom plate. Oh, thanks so much. Hey, Miss Merlinda. All right, so I'm just gonna clean this out a little bit. I don't like, but sometimes the wood is like, yeah. So I just like to clean. We can take this out. We don't need this anymore. Not for this. And you see your laser bed? I can't. All right, so we turned it off. Okay, it's turned off. I turned it off, or I just turned it back on. So I turned it off. So now what we're going to do is we're going to remove the bottom trays. We're going to remove the bottom trays. Somebody can me where I put it, I'm not going to remember. And then we're going to bring this up to the front. I'm going to bring this over here. Okay? Soon we're going to flip it. But I'm going to go ahead and we're going to go back here. Because we're going to remove these two screws right there. So this screw and that, we're going to remove that. Okay? Let me get I don't know if y'all can see what I'm doing right there, but I'm going to get my screwdriver. And then we'll do the rest of that. Listen, I know you guys on the TV. I don't know why I'm even acting like I can't see. So I'm removing these two screws. And this is my first time using this laser to do a tumbler. We're just going to engrave something, a name on here. Now, I don't know if this is going to be good. This will probably end up being one of my test tumblers. But it's fine. I think I'm just going to engrave Hello Kitty on it. Because, I mean, we're working with the pink blade. You might as well do pink things with pink blade. All right. So you want to hold on to these. You want to hold on to these, okay? There's only two that you're taking out. Next, we're going to get, this is the rotary attachment. And remember, I took the other one off and I put this one on. You have two sets of steppers, okay? We're going to use this one. Oh, I forgot to put the cord on. Hold on, let's see if I can get it back. Yeah. I'm going to have to unscrew it again. Hold on. I got to unscrew it because I didn't put the band on good. So the band has to go back on. Like, and you can't stretch it. It says it's a band. You might think, oh, it's a band. I can stretch it. You cannot stretch it. So I'm going to have to unscrew this again and make sure I put the band on correctly. Okay? That's the one thing, like with these types of lasers, there's a lot of like taking apart, putting back together, stuff like that. Like it's a lot. Don't say that too loud, Mare Bear. Don't say that too loud. Because, sure. All right. this has been, I gotta, that's the one thing also that I'm like I like to have one machine that's dedicated for certain things. We're taking everything. I promise you though, sees potential. It's not that bad. I just don't like it. It's part of this. I just don't like it, but it's really not that bad. With this machine, so early on, and Marilyn, tell me if you feel the same way. Earlier on, like with another brand like X Tool, it was so like to take things apart and stuff like that. It was just so much. Now, in all fairness to X Tool, nobody was really making like the diode laser. Well, there were like Adam Stack had the open frame diode laser. There were a few other open frame diode lasers then, in all fairness. But when X Tool came on the scene, they kind of like was doing a lot. And so with them, honestly, like I kind of learned a lot about stuff like this, like putting it together and what makes it work, what makes it not work, not being able to cut acrylic, stuff like that. So hey Evie, if you can do anything. Exactly. Chase your knife, I can do it, anybody can. It's really not hard to do it. It's not. You just gotta do it. Saying, okay, yeah. I just don't like having to do it. Like I think for me, I'm so used to like everything kind of being like super easy to use. And when you start off with the Cricut, I mean Cricut is very, very easy to use. I can't even knock about that. All right, so now we're gonna get ready to install this. This is my first time, y'all. This is the first time that I am installing. So we're just gonna put this here. I'm gonna go on the other side. I'm gonna move the camera a little bit. So this is gonna go here, just like this. Put this here. That's the error stitch that's making all that noise too. All right, so it's pretty easy to set it down because there's two screws to help guide it. And then you just screw it on with those same screws. Now I think I should have, before I do this, before I put it on, I think I should move the I'm not gonna put it on this yet because I'll tell you guys why. So I'm not gonna put it on just yet because I need to adjust the laser. That's why. I need to adjust the laser. So there's two little knobs, one right here and one right here on this side that we're going to take apart. Okay, so we're gonna loosen. So you kind of go in opposite directions. So this one going that way, and then you just go in opposite direction. That one's already out that side. And so that's gonna then make the laser kind of go that way. So the beams are shooting that way. Now I'm gonna screw this back on. Put it back on. But you always want to be careful. Don't touch the bottom of your laser. See, that was all. You're right. That was pretty. That's it for. That's all we need to do right now for that. Okay. So the next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna put the rotary. Let's have to make on. Okay. I'm just making sure I didn't remove one of my so we're gonna put the rotary attachment on now. And again, there's like two guys to help with placing it down. So you'll be good to go. All right. So that's nice. It's on there. The next thing I'm gonna do is my other one. We're gonna connect the cord. Okay. So this cord, we're gonna connect it. You just look at the groove. I can't really tell. But we don't see about the difference. But I don't see the groove. I can't see it though. Maybe that. Oh, there it is. I did. There we go. All right. So now that's connected. And there's no other feature like tighten it on, so it should be nicely tight for what it needs to be. Okay. The next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna get ready to put our tumbler on there, and we're just gonna put it can go either way. You can either put it this way or you can put it this way. Okay, totally up to you and you know what you prefer to do. I'm gonna have to widen up. I'm gonna go and see that. Hopefully y'all can see that better. All right, so here, I know you guys can see, but you can widen it up by opening it up, and you can just go this way. Then you can close back. For this tumbler, it's fairly easy to do it because this tumbler, I need to tighten that up. I'm gonna get my little tumbler tight tool. That's not tight. So, and I don't want it to fall. All right, so they send one of these, and then you can actually just tighten it up. And then I'm gonna get this, and then there's a hole here, so you'll be able to kind of like really tighten it up. All right, the other thing you need to get, and this will help to level it out. So I'm just gonna crank this up some. And then we'll find a little level. I believe. Where's the level at? Oh, here it is. And so this is going to help you make sure that it's level. Okay? No, it's probably the noise. It's probably the noise. So the level, you put it there, and then it helps you to make sure that it's straight. Okay? So that's looking good. And we'll go and leave it back over to the side. And then we're going to cook it up. All right. So now we're going to look here. Oh, let me turn it back on. So this is my first time doing this with this laser, with y'all. All right, so we're going to change the laser flat to laser cylindrical. Uh-oh, y'all didn't see that. Let me share it. Let me bring it back on stage. Click here. I already did it. Okay, it's already installed. All right, so here we have, uh-oh, I need to open it back. Now remember, we have to keep it open, right? I don't even know if we'll be able to even see in there like that. It's gonna be fine. All right, so I'm gonna click refresh. And we'll see if we'll be able to see in there. We changed. So remember before we had, it was on laser flat. Well, we changed it now to laser cylindrical. Okay. All right. So now we're just going to bring in, I'm not even going to do a full because I don't have time to do all that. And we still want to try to cut some, we want to change this laser head out and put in the other one. What time is it? It's 9:23. Let's see what we're going to do. And it's already set on metal stainless steel. Now you can change, you can adjust it. Like it's on stainless steel, but you can have stainless steel tumbler, blue, red, white, black, pink. Okay. So this one's a little bit different because I don't know with this laser how deep it needs to cut. This is one of the holographic ones. So really this is just going to be a test. Okay. So I'm just going to exit out of there. We're going to keep it on the metal stainless steel, exactly what they have it. And then we're going to go into import. Hey, Delonda Patrice, I hope you're resting. I hope you're resting. All right, so here we go. I'm just going to put the, oh, that Hello Kitty is like a keychain. Oh, that's what. It's gonna be fine. We're gonna just stitch a little Hello Kitty on here. We're looking like a keychain, and it's gonna be fine. It's gonna be just fine. So let's click open. All right, so I'm gonna select all of this. That is the top part, right, y'all? So let me put this part here. We're not doing. Maybe another night we'll do a full wrap. Just not tonight. Delonda, I already told everybody that we're gonna do a laser night. So we could maybe do full tumblers and we could do whatever then. All right, so this part, this is all gonna be engraved. But what I'm gonna do is, the good thing is that I'm not gonna put this back part, so that'll be fine. We don't need that. Okay, and we don't even need the inner parts of her little ear. We don't need that. We don't need it. All right. So this is all that's all I want to engrave on the tongue. Okay. So we're gonna engrave that. Let's change it to 5. I'm gonna group all that together. All right, that's all we're gonna do. Okay. So I'm gonna bring little Miss Hello Kitty over here. Let me pan back over so I can see better. And oh, I still need to put in the circumference, and I did not even check the circumference of this. That would have been smart to do. I'm gonna get another tumbler that's similar and check that circumference. All right. So let's say we're gonna put little Miss Hello Kitty right here. Right? Where's my little heart that I have? I'm gonna put the hearts. Eventually, I'll probably engrave some other stuff on here too. But you see how I'm gonna have this over here on the side? I'll put that over here on this side right here. And this is just going right here to the bottom. And then I'm going to put another one over here on the side. So we're going to change the direction. And we're gonna bring that here. All right. Okay, so that's gonna be fine. And then what else did I want to do? But these are actually gonna be engraved. So let me select all of that. Now I don't know if this is gonna engrave good, but we will see. Why does it have multiple values? Let's see. Let's see what this is gonna engrave as. Let's see. Fill engrave 33, power 33, speed. Now let's say we look here. So it says power 33. Did I select the black tumbler? Or did I keep it? I kept it at regular. I should have did it as a white tumbler. Why tumbler? Didn't do white. Because it's a white tumbler. We don't see. We don't really want too much because we want to be able to see the what you call it. Oh, power of 10, speed of 2. Y'all know what I need to do first, right? Let's go ahead and move Miss Kitty out the way. And let's just do this heart. Let's just do this heart first and see. Because that's what I need to do first. All right, so let's see what it does with the 10, 10 on one pass. All right, so let's go to, oh, I still didn't do the circumference. Let me put that in there. Let me see. And so it comes with measuring, like with the measuring tape too. All right, let me see what you guys are saying. It would look, that's what her name should be. It should be Kitty. I think her name should be Kitty. So it is 9.5 inches. Yeah. Let me see what I did last time. Oh. Because 9.5 and supposed to be in inches. Let me see how this is gonna look. Hold on. So we're gonna do 0.5. Let's do 2. Oh, it has more stuff on here. I didn't know that stuff on there like that. Okay, let me click out of here. So I need to make all of this stuff. So this needs to go. Did you guys see like it showed everything? All right, so let me see. But it's still, I don't think that that's right. Because once it wraps back around, that's why. So remember, it gets, hold on, let me move this out of the way. Let's see if we did the right thing. Hold on. Should we just go for it? I think we're just gonna go for it. That's what I think. I'm just gonna go for it, please. We still have to do that. I'm gonna make Hello Kitty a little bit smaller. We still have to do the shirt. It's already 9:30. So I don't want to take too long time to decide. So we're just gonna do it. We're gonna go for it. If it works, it works. If it doesn't, it doesn't. You don't know. I'm not gonna stress myself out over that. All right, so it looks like it's pretty good. Let me do another check. And we're gonna go for it. But it's still kind of far up though. I was hoping that it would be a little more down. But I guess that's how it's gonna go. Oh, because maybe are we outside of the cut area? We shouldn't. All right, let's go to start. Okay, continue process. Hopefully the laser head won't collide. The laser head collide, I'm gonna be like Marlene and have an unworking laser. So I'm just not gonna. 36 minutes? Oh no way! Cancel. Let's just do our little Hello Kitty. We're not about to sit here for 36 minutes. I'm sorry, guys. I can't. I can't today. I cannot today. Sorry. So we're just gonna do a little cute Hello Kitty at the bottom. Okay. Let's change that up really quick. That might be too much. How many minutes is this? Let me see. Sorry. That says 13 minutes. I could deal. Maybe I could deal with 13 minutes. That's still kind of a lot. Let's try to bring it down a little bit more. Just so you guys know, I'm probably going to let's make Hello Kitty a little bit so she's gonna be a little cute, tiny Hello Kitty. I'm probably going to oh, she's gonna be real small. I can't make her that small. But I'm probably gonna fill this tumbler up with more Hello Kitty. I'll keep her that size. She's not even gonna be big either. Look how small she is, y'all. I can't do her that big. Those hearts have to go. That's still 13 minutes. All right, let's go to send. Let's see what happens. Let's see if we did the right thing. The power and speed. I don't remember. Let me go back and see. Cancel. So the power and speed. I just did the regular settings for it. Cancel. Confirm. So for the power and speed, I did power of 10, speed of 10. I can change it a little bit. Let me see. I'm kind of scared because I don't know if it's gonna engrave too much. But if I did power of 100, speed of AJ, speed of 158, that's what I would get. But I think let's do here. Power of 30 something, speed of 150. Maybe that would be it. That would be better. 33 speed 150. 33 power. Let's see. 33 speed of 158. Maybe that might be good. We'll see. All right, let's see how quick that's gonna be. Oh, that's gonna be 1 minute and 34 seconds. So let's see. If it don't come out good, we could do another one. It's not even that bad. Send. Let's close our laser. No, I don't even know if it's gonna work though. All right, let's get ready. Why did it? Oh, maybe because let's go to start. I'm kind of scared if I start. Oh, it's really, really close. It gets super close, y'all. I'm gonna show you guys. Hold on. It gets really, really close. Can y'all see that? No. Y'all see how close it gets? I don't know if that was enough power. I don't know. We'll see. I may need to do um you may need to change to the power more. But that's really tiny. I did 33 speed of a power of 33 and a speed of 158 near there. So we'll see. I'm gonna clean it up. I have my alcohol wipes to clean it off. If it did pretty good, we're gonna move on to the vinyl. I can get in somebody's bed, my own bed. So what I can say is on the screen, it didn't look like it was gonna engrave where I wanted to engrave, but it is engraving where I wanted to engrave. Look at that. Let's do more speed to not get yep. All right. So I think I might have to go a little bit deeper. So that could be that, but I'm gonna clean it off. I clean it off and keep. But I don't think it didn't get deep enough. So I think it needs more, no, more power and maybe a little less speed. Let's clean it off. So it didn't get in deeper. I mean, it's still cute though, but I need to get it a little bit deeper. So let's go a little bit deeper. But she's cute like that. But I would still deeper. All right, so let's try again. And you don't want to lose this because this really helps it protect. You don't want to lose it. That's right. That's good. Nice and tight. All right, so we're gonna go ahead. We're gonna do it again. I'm gonna change the. Let me do a refresh, and then I'm gonna change the power. I don't remember. I don't know. It's the settings are different than with the Vision and with the P2 because the wattage is different. So I need to do. Did it refresh? Hopefully. Okay, so I guess it refreshed. And this one needs to be. Let's do. Maybe I should take my speed down. I think I'm gonna increase the power to, let's do the power at, let's do it at like a 60. Let's do the power. I kind of just want to do like 100 power. Let's do 100 power and see what happens, y'all. 100 power, and let's do 100 power. It doesn't look like it's going to be that good. I can't even tell. No. Let's do 60 power. 60 power and 305 speed. 305 speed or 300 speed. All right. Thank you, Stino. Please remember to like the video. Subscribe if you're not subscribed. All right, we're gonna go with this. This is what we're gonna go with. Is she selected? Because I can't even tell on this white tumbler. But okay, so she's selected. We're gonna go to. Let's start it. Let's just do it. I mean, why not? Good night, Renee. All right, we're gonna send it. This is saying it's gonna be 1 minute and 35 seconds. I think I did. I changed the power to 60. Let's see. All right, it's writing down. Let's see. Did I move it? It was literally so close. I can't tell right now if it's. You know, it doesn't look like it's doing it this one. Or maybe it is. Oh, it's going. It's going. I just couldn't tell. Like the way that it's turning, like I couldn't see it. Hey, Mylene. No worries. All right, y'all. So this one is done. Super duper cute. I think I'm gonna add like red and teal, some teal. So remember we cut out these thick wood pieces. I'll bring this over in a minute. So we cut out these thick wood pieces, and for our post-it note holder, our post-it notes fit really nice and snug in here. I got this from Creative Fabric for this design. You can make your own. These are super easy to make. And then this piece of acrylic, I can put the piece of acrylic on here. The acrylic, I had the 3M on the back of it. So I'm just going to stick it on. We're just going to stick it on. Right here in the center. And then I'm going to put a name on here. So we're going to put, I'm going to do a name in acrylic, like right here. And that's what we got. We did a few different things tonight. Got our wood, with some acrylic, with a little bit of engraving. So you guys can see like the different little things that you can do with that. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. Okay, I got y'all. Well, we can't even see it engraving. And instead of it's gonna take like 1 minute and 35 seconds, I think it took a little bit longer. But once I put the name on, I'll put the name on probably tomorrow because I'm not going to put the name on tonight because we still have to remove this laser head. And yeah. All right, hold on. Let's see. I don't know if it did good. All right, that one. That one. And we have that one. Let me get my. did go a little bit deeper, but it didn't go deep enough. I'm gonna have to go. I think I'm gonna have to do 100 power. I'm gonna just go with 100 power and slow that speed up some. So I did do a little bit better than this. Oh, maybe almost the same, really. I can't say that one's better than the other, really. Let me try one time. Third time's gonna be a charm, y'all. Let's hope. If it's not, then I gotta move on to the other figurehead. All right. All right, let's see this next one. Let me change my settings again. I'll change them up again. All right, complete, refresh, and I'm gonna change those settings again. I'll make me bigger. Hold on. Hey y'all. All right, so I need to change the settings on here again because that just was not, that didn't do it. So I did a power of 60, speed of 300. Let me go with the power. I'm gonna go with the power of 100 and maybe do like a lower speed. But if I did a power 100 and a lower speed, that doesn't do what I need it to do. It doesn't. Oh, the post-it note. So see the post-it note? So I just cut a piece of red acrylic just to show that acrylic could be cut. I was gonna do a name on it, but I mean I just didn't really have a font on this computer that I really like or like, I'm familiar with. And then this cut, like this wood is pretty thick. It's birch plywood from Home Depot. It's not the 3mm. I think it might have been like almost 5mm. So it's 2 pieces of wood, but it's super thick. And it's just a post-it. It's a post-it note holder for a teacher. And then I'm gonna put a teacher's name on it. That's it. Cute, baby. Something super cute. All right, so I'm about to try to do this one more time. I'm just gonna go with 100 power, and I want to do a lower speed. I'm a little bit low. I'm a little bit low. I am. So I don't know. Let me see what I have. Because the default keeps saying 10 and 10. And that's what I need to put on it, Teacher D. It keeps telling me a power of 10, speed of 10, but I can't imagine that that's what it really wants me to do. I can't imagine that. So let me go with, I'm going to go with the power of 100. And then a speed of, let's do a speed of, let's do a speed of 350. I'm just playing around now, though. If it doesn't go through all the way like how I want it to, we're moving on. Okay, because it's 950 and I still want to cut that HTV. That's so low, right, Mary Bear? Like I just don't. Maybe I should try it out. If this one doesn't work, maybe I'll try it out. But I just can't imagine it not like it working. I can't. I can't. Oh, did I not refresh it? Wait, y'all. I can't have. It was closed. It should have been. Remember, let me do another refresh. Oh, but we're gonna try. We're gonna try the power and see how that goes. Power 100 never worked for. So the 100 never worked good for you. Songbird. So they do have like the basic settings that they tell you. But I would just test things out. So how I did, like I just tested out. So I actually have a tumbler that just has random things on it. One of these tumblers that has random things on it. And I tested out to see what works best. So that's kind of how I've been doing it. And that's just like, honestly, like you'll spend like a day doing stuff like that. The 33 and 10. So maybe the 10-10 will work. I'm gonna test this. I'm gonna do this one and see if the 10-10 actually does work. But that's just so low. It is close, like it should be. So we'll see. Yep. So this one I need to see if it's gonna do it. Let's see. Yeah, it does. Listen, you're gonna spend a lot of time. So I have like this tumbler that I have that has a whole bunch of tests, and I meant to bring it in here tonight. It just has where I was testing out a whole thing, whole bunch of designs. You want to write down your settings as you go, so you'll know what works, what doesn't work, you know, what could possibly work, and then that way you can keep adjusting it. And that's kind of how I do it when I need to figure out what settings work. This is my first time doing it on this one. So originally I was going to do my 5-below tumbler. That probably wouldn't have been as, you know, interesting. But yeah. So Maryland to the power of 100 and speed of 120. And then Stacy has some settings on. All right, I might have did a little bit too much. This one might have been a little bit too much. We're going to see in a minute. And then the next thing we're going to do is we're going to install the 2 watts infrared laser, which is good for like aluminum. It's good for metals. This one, we're going to use it to cut some HTV. Yeah. Thanks, Sandra. So we're going to see. Hopefully, this will work out just fine. Now, if you this guy here, I already cut out HTV like earlier when I was testing it out. I didn't put it out live. But of course, I forgot to mirror it. And so you have to remember to mirror your design. So this is what I have. It's all nice and unmirrored, but it cut it out pretty good. The laser cut it out pretty good. So, and then they did have settings in there. So I just used the settings that they had. I'm up listen, y'all. That's their material. This is their software, their machine. I always assume that they know their settings. Now those tumblers aren't there, so that could be another thing too. Every laser is different, testing all kinds of types. Yep. You certainly do learn a lot, Barb. That's true. That's true. I mean, it's all right. It's done. But I do think, though, I do think that it's pretty cool how it did. All right, so it did go a went a little deeper, but it's not going deep enough. It's just not going deep enough. It did go deeper, but not enough. I'm gonna try that 10 and 10 and see what that 10 and 10 does. But what did Stacey say? Stacey said a power of 33 and a speed of 10. That did not. Let's see. This is literally all they think. I'm just tightening it up. And I'm gonna refresh. Let's try the 10 and 10. Luckily, this is just taking a minute or so. But hold on, I gotta go back up and see. It just shaded. And so this one, if this were a regular tumbler, the engrave would be good, but I'm trying to cut through to the holographic part of it. So that's the thing. I'm trying to get to the holographic part of it. Oh. So you can use the 20 watts. The 2 watt, they say you can cut it, and you can also cut it with the 10 watt, but I think they intend on cutting the 2 watt with it. I didn't see those settings. Power coded. Marilyn said she did on speed of 120. Maybe my speed was too much. So you did power of 33. 55. More burnt. Let me see. Were you using the holographic ones? Stacey? Did you use the holographic ones? All right, y'all. We gonna go one more time. I keep saying we're gonna go one more time. One more time. But let me see. I did a power of 100. I'm gonna do 55, a power of 55, and a speed of 10. That's why I didn't want to do the 10 and 10, because it just takes too long too. That's the thing. But let me see. What time is it? 10. So we're back to 13 minutes again. I want to do 13 minutes. Oh, 13 minutes. I don't. I want to do 13 minutes. Okay, let me see. I may have to do it then. That was my problem. I didn't want to do. Let's see. Let's just go for it. You know what? We're gonna go for it. If I don't cut this HTV tonight, that's fine. It's perfectly fine if I don't cut it. Let's see what it's gonna do. I'm too far down. I think I went too far down on the image. Too far down. Because it's cutting the back of it. I think. Well, this might be too much. I'm gonna see if it did it. It only did like some little parts of it, but I had it too far down, so it looks like the whisker kind of went down some. So, and I canceled it. Yeah. That was 55 and 10. So yeah, that I think that was too much. Like, well, it was, yeah. So it literally it cut through even the. Hold on, maybe not. Maybe I just didn't have a position good. I think I probably just didn't have a position good. Stacey, you might be on to something, bro. Let me try it one more time, but I'm gonna position it better. I know y'all can't see that good because it's a glare, but don't worry. We might be making a little bit of progress. Actually, you might be making a lot of progress. Hold on. We're gonna go for it. Since we're here, we might as well. I'm gonna give you a snack. All right, let's go for it. So let me refresh. Stacey A. Bear. Girl. Okay. I don't know why it went so far down, but I'm gonna bring it up a little bit. Because it wasn't positioned there, but it's possible maybe I didn't refresh it. Because I was 55. I went with the power of 55 and the speed of 10. When we get offline, and I'm not tonight, I'll try the other one. Let me click start. Do y'all want to do laser another night and I can do the HTV then? All right, we're gonna go for it. So let me know if y'all want to do laser another night. A lot of y'all are gonna do laser too, but I really wanted to do the HTV to show y'all like with it. Maybe we'll take the infrared, the laser head out once that's done, but that's gonna take like 13 minutes. So, and honestly, with these lasers, 13 minutes is probably like 18 minutes. Good night, Kristen. Mm-hmm. It has to be just right. Stacey, I think you're good. I think the 55 is gonna look good. Once I cleaned it off, but I'm gonna do both. Like this is gonna be my Hello Kitty test tumbler. But I'm gonna write that down. Marilyn has these pens too. Look how good that engraved. Those engraved really, really nicely. Really, really nice. Really, really nice. So it's almost like a rubber coated kind of pen. And I did that with this. And I did these. I engraved. Of course, y'all know I had to engrave some pencils too. But I'm gonna use these pencils to put inside of my little trays. These have been waiting a minute for me to do these, so I'm gonna give these away as gifts. What else do I have to say? So we got a nice little 10 more minutes. Wait. 10 more minutes. If we just got here, this is what we did earlier. I'm gonna put a name on here. I might cheat and just use my other thing to put it. The pens I ordered. So these pens, what kind of pens are they? Are they like rubber coated, Shay Shay? To hold the pens, the laser. Nice. So Barb, girl, I use my pencil jig to hold. I use my pencil jig to hold it. Awesome. Glad this was helpful. See potential. Very heavy. So I think those are the same ones. I use like the rubber setting, the rubber silicone setting with like 2 passes or something like that. I use something like that. Like the rubber silicone with like 2 passes. The 2 passes you get really good. So if you look here, the name is 1 pass, the heart is 2 passes. Not much difference. It's very clear too. It looks a little blurry. Now let me clean up this camera. I was just close. So it looks a little blurry, but it did really good. That little heart there. And I had to put that heart there because I spelled her name, but then I put like an R at the end. I must have hit a key or something and I didn't realize it. And so there was an R, so I was like, you're gonna get a heart at the end of your name. I love it. So that's what she got. To try laser and stuff like that, make testing. I know that's the thing when you don't have like just the testing part. The testing is what is intense. Like I should have got my snack before I started doing this engraving. So what I discovered when I was unpackaging and unboxing the HTV, the plates at the bottom, they're not metal. Like my magnets don't stick to it. So I like to use magnets sometimes in the bottom of my other lasers to keep everything in place. And so with the HTV, I don't want to just lay it on the plates. I want to have like a cutting mat or something, right? But I don't know if they have it. They didn't say, and then I didn't want to put a Cricut cutting mat in there. So I use these magnets to hold down the HTV in the corner. So yeah, that's what I do. That's what I do. Oh man, I don't know if Friday night maybe another laser night. And do HTV next week. I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, so the X2, not the P2, Gaston. I said I was going to say another company's name while doing this video, but nonetheless, the X2 P2, they have, when they send their things, like they have like these magnetic like clips that you can clip onto your material to hold it down. But I don't, and they have like those little rods in there to hold it on. So that's one thing. Like I don't know if I really like the rods, but that's what they have. So you can clip it on your material. And it works pretty good. We should do a laser zoom. We should. That would be really fun. I'm down for a laser zoom. I'd be down for one. It would be good. Because there's like everybody has different experience. Like even Barbara said, like you have to test. Like you have to dedicate time to testing your material. If not, you're going to waste your material. Okay? So you have to spend time testing. You have to spend time testing. Which can be a pain. Like, you know, I like things to get done right away, but everything can't. I have to leave my pink laser out. That pink laser is getting put up until I need it. The only lasers that stay out is Gaston and Bell. That's it. Other than that, those they gotta get put up. Now, do I like the pink laser? I do. I do like the WeCreat. I like it. I just like more powerful lasers. Like I like lasers, but like I said before, the cut takes the longest. The engrave is quicker. With the CO2s, the engrave takes longer than the cut. The cut's quick. So those are differences with the machine. So if I'm engraving something, you know, I may want to pull out the WeCreat. Yeah. Marilyn said a laser zoom would be good. Marilyn, I mean, it's the middle of January now. Like, is that something that you want to tackle? Like a laser zoom that you would want to tackle? I would go tackle it with you. But, you know, is that something that you want to tackle, Marilyn? Thanks, Wonderland Alice. Hey, Nene. We're waiting for Marilyn to see what she got to say. I don't know what you're doing, Marilyn. I don't know what you're doing in February. I don't know. I don't know. But I mean, a laser zoom. So are you guys trying to do a laser zoom sooner than later? Is that what we're trying to do? A laser zoom sooner than later? Oh. It's still plenty. I think I'm a little off. I'm a little off. A lot off. I'm a lot off. But we've done enough. I'm going to show you guys. We're going to look. I'm going to clean it off, and then we're going to see. But I'm a lot off. Now we need to call out. So, Wonderland Alice, are you going to be getting, like, do you have a CO2 laser already, or do you have a diode laser? If you're going for a CO2 laser, I love the P2 because you can do tumblers with it. You can cut super powerful. But if you want to stick with another diode laser, I would go with the WeCreat. Not this one. Not that this one's bad, but it's a 10 watt. But the other one where it raises like the vision, I like the vision. So in that one, they have a 20 watt. I have a 20 watt vision, and it raises up. It does the auto adjust. But they also have a 40 watt. I don't have much experience with the 40 watt because I haven't used one. But I do like that one. But if you're gonna go with the CO2, like I would go with the CO2 laser, depending on your budget. All right. So, yo, I couldn't keep going because it still was going so far at the bottom. Look. Like, I don't know why it was doing that. So we're just going to clean this off. I should have did the other side so you guys could see it better. But, and here you really have to clean out that soot in there. I don't know if you guys can kind of see it. I know you can't really see the metallic part really good because it's just a little outline. Yeah, I must have made it a lot bigger too, y'all. I must have made it. So I got rid of, and I'll show you guys the difference between the two sides. Here, I know. So these tumblers, that color, like this color goes all the way down, and now I can go all the way down. That's 55, yeah, 55 cents, Yolanda. I'm gonna try 35 or 33 cents, but the 55 cents is good. I don't know if you guys can see. Can you guys tell? I need to clean it out a little bit better. The magic eraser also does wonders. So that's really good. But you just have to clean it out. So you see how this is how it's supposed to look. And then you have this one. That's not how it's supposed to look. But you know, if that's just what you're going for, you can go with that. But this tumbler is supposed to get there. Okay? But I would try another one. Like you can't really I can tell here, but I know that you can't really see just how it looks. Oh, you see? Okay, good. Thanks, it's potential. I have a 3D printer, laser cutter, several Cricuts. Wonderland, you're in the right place, girl. We all love to craft. We love to make things. Morgan, hey girl, I had to do my earrings and stuff, girl. I had to be cute for Valentine's Day. I had to be cute for Valentine's Day. So you know I gotta wear my stuff like leading up to it. Like I'm only gonna be wearing heart earrings. That's it. 33 probably would have been perfect. I know, but I don't want to. I don't want to try it now. I'm tired. Even though I do want to try it, but all right, so we're gonna go. So now we're gonna go ahead and we're going to. I turned the machine off. Anytime you're changing out laser heads and things like that, you want to turn your machine off. Okay. So I'm just gonna take out the. Where's my screwdriver, guys? And we just. But the thing is that cutting vinyl. But you know, everybody wants to have a machine that does everything. You know, but having something that does everything sometimes is a little overrated. But we're going to try this out. Cut it out nicely for me. But it does take a long time for it to cut out HTV. Please do 10. Then I'm not cutting out any vinyl tonight, y'all. We're not going to do vinyl tonight. We'll do 3310. But I'm just not going to cut the vinyl. But we can, maybe on Friday we'll revisit laser cutting unless Marilyn wants to do lasers on her channel on Thursday night, and maybe she wants to invite me on with her. But y'all know how she be sometimes. She's funny a little bit sometimes, but I don't really like to say nothing about it. Because I don't really think it's fair to like call her out on it, but sometimes you just got it. Oh, where's my food thing, y'all? We're gonna do. I put the stuff up, and now I don't even know where I put it. I just had the face plate in my hand. Oh, here it is. Oh, it's right here. No worries. No. We'll do the 33 at home, and then that's gonna be it. Unless I do what Shay wants to stay home tomorrow. I especially will not be happy with me if I stay home tomorrow, dog. Twice you need to do too. But I also need to see why it's cutting so far down. I do need to see that. All right. So let's turn it back on. I'm holding my snack, please. Let's do 3310. I don't know why it's going so far down, though, y'all. I believe Peter DeLonge. I believe Peter. It's not the Capricorn. Oh, the Capricorn design is probably on my website on practicalthings.com. Man, like a pretty wondering. Yes, I think we're gonna we'll do a little bit of laser. Oh, do I want to do it Friday? All right, y'all. I'm gonna change the Let me refresh it because something's going on as far as like why it's not going exactly where I want it to go. Something is happening. I don't know what, but something. Okay. So I'm gonna do. Let's go. Power of 33 and speed of 10. Still engrave. Let me do another refresh. Because okay, it looks like it did it. Let me click start. So it loves 13 minutes. Send. So we're gonna get ready to go again. So now we're doing 33 and 10. Okay. Another thing I think looks like it may be off. I'm getting my thing, guys. I'll be back. So we'll do HTV another time. Let me where's the alcohol? I usually have alcohol. I think these alcohol wipes are enough. All right, guys, we're just gonna chit chat for a little bit until this is done. We'll do HTV another time. Delonda's gonna be resting. So I might hop on for a little bit tomorrow for part 2. Let me check with her to see if she's really gonna stay in the bed because she may not. And we might get Romeo Wednesday. I did not get him an ear infection. I didn't. 6 hours on your 10-watt station? We did a full back before on live. It would take 10 hours. So Delon's gonna be on bed rest. So I might, depending on how my day goes, I may come back and do part 2 to show installing this and cutting. Maybe we'll do like some metal. Like this is like aluminum and HTV. Let me know what y'all think. If y'all want to do it, let me know if y'all want to do that tomorrow. Did it come out good, Shay? Romeo? Remember to say yes. Marilyn, what your Wednesday look like? You want to hang out with me a little bit? I put a nice smile on my face. Me and Meryl can see. We can do Romeo Wednesday. Let's do it. Let's do what Marilyn says. Oh, now Marilyn's being all quiet. Oh, no, she's not quiet. She's not quiet. She said something. She said she's doing it. Oh, Marilyn. But we will see you guys tomorrow night. Marilyn, what time? You want to do our regular time or you want to do early? I'm going to get home. I should get home maybe about 6, maybe 5 tomorrow. Maybe 5:30. I'm going to get home at 6 o'clock. I'm going to stop off at 4. Wednesdays, most places have good sales. At 6 o'clock. Let me see. I'm on 33. It's looking good. It's looking good. It's looking good and ashy. And when you have lasers like that, but there's something you want to look ashy. Yolanda needs to get well. You know how you know how you have coworkers and when you're gonna be out, you gotta call them in like, hey, can you cover for such and such? That's fine. Coworkers call me, hey, I'm not gonna be in. You think you can go to that meeting for me? Yes, I got you covered. Oh, Shay Shay said, nope, we need laser help. Oh, Shay Shay. I need to do, I'm gonna do my video. Don't forget, when I do the unboxing video, it's gonna be a giveaway attached to it. So you have to put like a comment underneath that video. I'm just gonna pick it from those comments. And you have to subscribe. I'm gonna do a subscriber for 2 months. The other night, that subscriber thing for like 1 month or 1 day, that was good. That was really good. Oh, not put your phone in a bowl of water. Oh my goodness. Oh, the water. Shay Shay, it's the medication. I don't even know if she took medication, but it's the medication. Shay Shay, that's my face too. Like I'm just eating my snack before bed. This is crazy. I can't believe we are already halfway through January. It's crazy. Does anybody have any more questions about lasers? Want to do my stuff? Let me know. I asked you, Marilyn, did you want to do lasers on Thursday or no? Because you never said anything. And you like, honestly, sometimes I be feeling like I'm begging Marilyn to come hang out with her. I'm just telling you guys how I feel. Oh, she said, yeah. No, Thursday's gonna be perfect. Marilyn, do you want to do a mixture of diode and CO2 or only diode or only CO2? And you have your other new laser, your fiber laser. What do you want to do, Mary Bear? Tell me, girlfriend. I can't even believe that we're already at the 15th of January. That's crazy. Mixture? Back to Mary Bear. It's still, it's more than halfway through. So we'll be done before 11. Thursday night, Marilyn and I are going to do lasers. Tomorrow night, we'll be doing Romeo Wednesday. It's Romeo Wednesday. We're substituting. We're going to be substitute teachers tomorrow. Real, can you make a substitute teacher shirt? I can wear a substitute teacher shirt. You can wear a substitute teacher shirt. Oh, y'all. So, quick story time. I had to. I know substitutes come in and they don't get a lot of, they don't know what to expect. And I totally get it. But today I had to let a substitute happen. Now, when I was home with Taylor, like before I went back to work, I did sub for a little bit. Like I would sub, a day or two here, and I would sub or whatever. And I always knew that the class belonged to somebody else. I was merely there to follow the instructions of the teacher who left their sub notes and lesson plans and get assistance from administration or the clerical staff. Y'all, I don't think I've ever had to be less than nice to a sub because I already know like it's not easy teaching kids. It's not easy coming in. The kids don't know you. And let's be real, these kids these days they see a sub and they try to take advantage of the substitute. Well, one of my kids had gotten some not so good news. And if you guys don't know, I teach students who have special needs. So I teach students who have cognitive disabilities, not cognitive, learning disabilities, ASD, specific learning disabilities, ADHD, ADD, OCD, ODD, like all of that. That's what I teach. Okay. So each student is different. Students don't walk around with their labels on their chest, on their forehead. They don't walk around with that, and they shouldn't, because they should be treated just like everybody else from the beginning. Okay. So one of my kids, they called him out of class to go into the front office. He got some news that he really didn't like. Okay. And so he goes back into class and he's there, but he's not doing anything as a sub. He's just there because he's fuming, like pissed. Like I'm not even gonna say what his eligibility is or anything like that, but he's pissed and he's fuming. He just got information that he did not want to hear. And it's something like not really in his control. He doesn't know why it's happening. I do think like people process things a lot differently when they know why certain things are happening. So if you just tell somebody, even a kid, you just tell them, well, this is how it is. They don't have time to really process it. They don't understand. So now they're getting other emotions. Tell me it don't do you like that. I cannot. So he goes back to class. He's not doing anything. So of course, at this time now the sub feels like she has to say something to him, like, "Hey, you need to do your work. You're not doing your work." Blah 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 blah. Now my student, who has a lot of other things going on with him, he says a few choice words, and then he gets up, and then he comes to my class. So he comes to me as soon as I open the door. He's like, "Miss Wilson, what's going on with? Oh, it's done. What's going on with such and such?" And I'm like, "What is happening? What are you talking about?" "I just stepped from the office and blah 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 blah." So he's telling me the problem. So I'm like, "Chill, have a seat, and we're gonna get to it. So he sat next, like I have this little like lounge area where you sit, it's like a nice little bench. You sit down, you relax, a cushion bench. So he said, I'm like, chill out. I'm like, give Miss Wilson a minute. So he's like, and by that time, another teacher had already came up to me and was like, you need to get your kids because such and such and such and such and such. I'm like, whatever. Y'all, I called the sub because he told me that he walked out of the classroom because of whatever. I called the sub. One thing my kids, not all of them, but for the most part, when they do or say something that they have no business doing or saying, they'll tell me. You know how they have that thing going on around like on TikTok, like in all these places where it's like we listen and we don't judge? My classroom is a judgment-free zone, and all of my students know that. So they can tell me the only thing I tell them, I want to know nothing that's going to get you arrested because guess what? Miss Wilson's going to report it. I just want you to know that Miss Wilson is going to report it. So it's been times I've had to go to the office and tell them, listen, they said this and that, like y'all got to handle that. Like I have to say something. So I called the substitute teacher, and the substitute teacher, I'm like, listen, I have such and such in class with me. He came to see me. I just want you to know that he's not in the hall. If anybody's looking for him, he's in my class with me. She proceeds to tell me what he did. So, of course, I apologized to her. I said, I'm very sorry for what he did. I understand. I said he was in a very frustrating situation, and, you know, he has, you know, certain behaviors because his business is not his business. It's not her business. And so she said, well, yesterday, now she's talking about another student yesterday, this one did X, Y, and Z. And then now today, this one did, I have a recommendation. And I recommend that they do X, Y, like telling me that she's recommending them not to even be in this school, but to go to a whole nother school, like a school that has like more behaviors, more this, more just craziness. So y'all, I snapped on the lady. And I was having such a good day. I was having such a good day. Like in the middle of her giving me her recommendation, I was like, I don't need a recommendation from you. I said, you need to keep your recommendations for things that you know about because clearly you don't know anything about the student. And I just went off. I try to tell people when I see those kids, I see my own child. Like, what, like, girl, I know what he did was wrong because I was like, I'm going to talk to him about it. And I tried to like be nice about it. I'm like, I'm going to talk to him about it. You know, that was totally wrong. I know. I said he had just gone through a situation. You know, something wasn't explained to him, and the office sent him back to class. And you know, but she wasn't in his face. She said, "Well, I went up to him and because he wasn't doing anything. And I told him he didn't." I'm like, but he told me that he told her. So when he's about to have those situations, I work with him to tell him, ask for space. Like ask for space. And so he knows, like, he told me, he was like, I told her, like, hey, please leave me alone. Like, I need a minute. Like, please leave me alone. And when he came, he said, I've been trying to be respectful. I've been trying not to blow up. And I've been trying. And he was like, people were just pushing. I'm like, oh, here we go. That's why I told him, sit down and calm down. So I had to go off on the lady. I totally agree. Delon. It should be totally different. It was, y'all. And it takes a lot. Like, it takes a lot for me to push. But the one thing that's going to push me is if I see that you're doing my kids wrong. Also, I'm also going to hold my kids accountable for their behavior. So when I told her, like, I'm going to talk to him. Like, no, I'm going to talk to him. And then he was like, oh, they said that they were going to talk to that student yesterday, and you guys are just talking to students. But ma'am, what do you think we're supposed to do? What do you think we can do? What do you think we could do? If you don't want to talk to kids, then you can't be here. Like we can't talk. We can't do nothing else to the kids. Go talk to them and go home. And talking to my kids work more for me than calling home. I don't know. Like y'all, like girl, I was like, girl. My friend who was in class with me to tell me what happened, like she was still in there. She was like, "Oh, she done pissed you." I was like, "Yeah." I'm like, "Yeah." And two things: I never go at an adult or another, it's like student or parent with kids in my class. Like I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna let the kids go out. But the way she was going, no, I couldn't take it. I couldn't take it. Oh, y'all, let's see. Stacey ain't there, girl. All right, look at that. This is what we started with. How we started. How we finished. Let's see. So this was a 3310. Okay. Oh, it's looking good. Y'all can't see the purple. 3310 is where it's at. 3310 is where it's at, y'all. Definitely 3310. Oh, look at that 3310, y'all. That's 3310. This was the other one. This was the 5510. You can see it, but that 3310, it's just gonna take you a long time. The 3310 is where it's at. Stacey Adrian, thanks. My love. Looks good. Looks really good. Look at that. So we all good. It came out really good. Stacey, thank you, honey bun. So Stacey gave me two settings to try: 5510 and 3310. And the 5510 did okay. But y'all, the 3310, I see my purple, I see the yellow. You guys saw a close up over there. This lighting is horrible. You can't see anything really good. But that came out really good. Really, really good. So I'm gonna I'll probably do some more, but just remember those settings with the 10 watt. Now, this is another thing. It worked good for Stacey. It worked good for me. So I still would recommend you getting you a test tumbler, like whatever tumblers you're going to be doing. Always have an extra one, keep it on hand. And then that way you can kind of test out your different settings on it. So for me, the 3310, that's the setting that I would use for these tumblers. That's the setting that I would. I have a magic eraser. I just don't know where they are. I don't know where they are right now. I gotta look for them, girl. But this looks so good. It looks so good. So good. All right, y'all. Let's see. Thanks, guys. So test out your stuff. It has been fun. Your girl how long did it take? So this was like 13 minutes. It said 13 minutes, but honestly, it seemed like it was a little bit less. But maybe because we were talking but it said 13 minutes just for this. Remember the 10 watt, the 20 watt, it didn't take that long. So yes, have your test tumbler. Yep. Yep. I love you guys. Thank you guys so much. I appreciate you guys for hanging out with me tonight. I'm going to go and get ready for my long morning tomorrow. And just remember to be kind. I hope you guys enjoyed this too. Don't forget to watch the unboxing video for the WeCreat, because I'm going to do a giveaway is going to be attached for one of these machines. And yeah, so watch that. Also, tomorrow night, guess who's subbing for Romeo Wednesday? Mare Bear and I. So we'll be subbing for Romeo Wednesday tomorrow night. I don't know what we're going to be doing. So I'll check with Marilyn and see what she wants to do with Romeo. And then on Thursday, Marilyn and I are going to revisit some lasers over on Marilyn's channel. We're going to revisit lasers. We're going to maybe do a mixture of both diode and CO2. So be on the lookout for that on Thursday. If you're still interested in lasers, if you need more information, okay? I'll be back on Friday night for crafts and combos. And then I don't know if we're going to do so good this weekend. Delonda probably needs to get some rest. When you are like out for a few days, like you have to do, like you have other things that you have to get back. So I don't know what we're gonna do for this week. So good. I know we're gonna do the varsity jacket soon. I forgot to show y'all these. I'm gonna make these a little bit smaller. Now, some people have been asking me, girl, what is the Jana? And I'm like, girl, have you been watching us? Like, have you been watching So Good? Like, that's my question. Like, you gotta watch So Good. Now, the Jana all started in the ghetto on Good Times with the Good Times thing, where they were scratching and surviving. That's where the Jana started. So that is a Jana. But y'all, my tension was a little bit off on like something happened. Y'all know what happened? What went wrong? I put in the bobbin thread in the wrong direction. I wasn't paying attention and it threw the tension off completely. But listen, was that episode 2, Delonda, that the Jana arrived? Guess what? So whenever we go back on, whether it's this weekend or next weekend, she said, we're doing so good. You better be feeling good. You better be feeling good. Whenever we do so good, we're gonna give some patches away. But I think the one that I'm gonna share with you guys, it might be a little bit smaller because this was a little bit larger than I really wanted the patch to be. I know I said I was about to get off, but y'all know I'll be talking too much. Y'all know I can't help it. It's like 2 3/4 by 3 1/4. So, I mean, I could make it a little bit smaller, but super cute. I'm so excited about these. So excited about them. Shay, Tim, you. Thank you for being here for 10 months, Shay. So, Jess, I'm probably going to upload the unboxing maybe tomorrow or Thursday. The giveaway is going to be until next week, Friday. So I gave myself a deadline to at least have it up by Friday. So it could be a week. But I might just leave it. I might just do it on, I'm going to get it up Thursday. That's my plan. That's my plan. That's my plan. Not there, manly there. What is wrong with her? Hey, Miss Nini, I'll post it. I'm gonna post it inside of the group. There were a few different varsity jackets that, and I only posted the ones that I ordered before and that I use. And those, they're not like leather. It's more so like cotton polyester mixture, but it's super cute. So it's not an expensive jacket. The actual varsity or Letterman jackets are super expensive. Super duper expensive. Yes. Get your life together. You can come back. Not is louder than my bell. Y'all are a hot mess. I love y'all so much. Thank you for bringing joy to my life. So don't forget, I already gave y'all the rundown. Tomorrow, Marilyn and I will be on tomorrow night. Romeo Wednesday, we'll be substitute teachers. And then on Thursday, Marilyn will be on. I will be on with her over on her channel, and we're going to be doing some laser projects using both diode and CO2. Friday, I'll be on. Saturday or Sunday, so good. We'll see. She better be feeling better. And Evie will be on Sunday night, and then Angel will be on Monday. And then we'll just start this whole cycle all over again. I love you guys. Don't forget to be kind. Be nice to people. Like, there's just so much going on in the world, and it just seems like people just, like, their first reaction is just to be unkind, even in, like, it's unprovoked, you know? So please don't be that person. And sometimes, you know, if unkindness is, you know, directed at you, try to be patient, try to be a little more understanding that maybe they have something going on in their life. You don't know what they just walked out of, you know, like what situation they just walked out of, what door might have just closed for them. You just never, ever, 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 ever know. Okay. I love you guys. I appreciate you guys. I hope you guys have an amazing Wednesday. I would say rest of your week, but I'm going to see you again tomorrow night for Romeo Wednesday as substitute teacher. I'm finally going to be a teacher on here on these YouTube streets. Happy about that. Finally a teacher. I love y'all. Until next time, y'all. Later.